Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okersinski with your Week 10 schedule and this wonderful screencast video. I usually record this on Sunday evening, so the due date for the annotated bibliography is today, the 29th. I have quite a few submissions already of the annotated bibliography. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Just go looking over this week's activity. We are now moving from the research and source phase into the working with the words of others phase. That's what chapter 3 is all about. It's Ballinger's title, Writing in the Middle. We have the source material. You've prepared an annotation. Now, how do we work with those particular sources? How do we take that information and write and think about that? So I just want to remind everybody, as I say here in the announcement, we are working on a focused research project. So all the research, namely your sources, even the sources you may not use for the annotated bibliography, can be used from this point on if it's relevant and contributes to your research topic. As always, it has to be cited correctly. But we are working on a focused research project. The annotated bibliography is not a one-off assignment. That source material is supposed to be used for the double entry journal coming up in about another week. It's going to be used for your research essay that's coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. I'm not sure on the dates, but all of this is research, and all this work you're doing is leading to that's being used for the research essay. So chapter 3 works with the words of others and quoting, paraphrasing, and summarizing. There's our schedule for the week. I left this week's discussion board, number 13, the note takers triad board, out till Friday, figuring people might need a few extra days to tidy up the annotated bibliography. Responses by Sunday, and then we'll move toward the content in chapter 3 with the double entry journal. I did open up 2 more modules for everyone. Let me get there. Here is the week 10 and week 11 and week 12. It'll take you all the way up into chapter 4 when we start talking about citing sources and also our dialogue with Dave and our movement into chapter 4. So we're going to be working with the double entry journal is due on the November 7th, and then we have the connecting and synthesizing discussion board due on the 17th, I believe. I'll double check that due date. But now we're working with all these activities are using your source information from the annotated bibliography. I can't emphasize that enough. You are not looking for new sources unless you want to. But your work that you've been doing over the last few weeks, and especially for the annotated bibliography, is to be used for this research project. I already have 8 annotated bibliographies there up in my grading queue. As you can imagine, if they were extensive for you to write and pull together over the 3 or 4 weeks, it is going to take me some time to review and grade these particular assignments. So what I usually do is I usually kind of skim through them. I want to make sure that everybody has the required minimum sources. If there is an issue with your particular annotated, I will comment on it, so you should check comments. If you have no comment, that means you'll probably be okay until I assess the particular annotated bibliography. So if you have any questions or issues on what's going on this week, please send me an email.